time of the day. This is really important stuff here now. I want to talk about the London close time frame and exactly when that is. Okay, now for our purposes, it's actually a window. In other words, it's not an exact time. It's rather it's a time period where we'll start to look for a setup. There's a process in closing the exchange for the day, and it's associated with an unwinding of volumes and the settlements and things like that. An ideal setup will happen about 11:15 to 11:45 a.m. New York time, but you have to give it a bit of leeway because the 5-day average daily range might get reached before or after that time. Might not be exactly at that time, is what I'm saying. You know, together with other qualifying conditions that we're going to talk about shortly. So the question is, how much leeway do you give it? As a general rule, you can look about 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after. That's fine. The time period is definitely within the leeway, and that you can give it. I personally find that I'd rather wait a little bit longer than jump in too soon. You'll see as you do more of these, but it is possible that the trade sets up 45 minutes to an hour before or after the London close. Okay, and again, we need to see other qualifying conditions before considering a trade. And I'm just going to mention the main qualifiers right now because I keep talking about these and haven't said anything about them. But and we're going to get into them in great detail here shortly. But the main qualifiers that we want to see price at a good level of support or resistance, and that's the swing has to be a certain minimum size, which I'll talk about. You know, once it bounces off that support or resistance level at the London close, it has to be a minimum size. I'm going to get into that too. And of course, the average daily range has to have been met. When you're starting out with the London close trade, I would really recommend that you just, you know what, keep it simple. Stay within, you know, 30 minutes before or after, maybe even up to an hour. And that's it. Don't get cutesy with it and try to make things up. Just make sure that you get really, really good at the basic method because it works really well if you only just follow it.